What's up, folks? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Linear. Linear is a project I'm a big fan of, so I'm going to get into that along with the news around it and why I'm a fan of it. Um, Before I do, as always, I update the spreadsheet. First 26 coins I spoke on the channel that I thought would absolutely smash it in this bull cycle. I had invested $100 into each one. When I released the videos and you're still holding those bags, you'd be in profit for around $80,700. Add in your $2,600 investment, it's about $83,300. Not bad. Held all of them, closed positions on all of them in profit except Grin, and then reinvested all that money into new cryptos. You want to see the cryptos I'm in? Check out Copy My Crypto. It's where I share my portfolio, the one I've built that maximizes gains during the bull cycle, the one that keeps outperforming the market. My biggest holdings are primed for explosive gains in this bull cycle. If you want to be a part of it, then you can check it out. Like I said, bull cycle is going to be good for us all, but the bear cycle is that retirement investment time. That's where I found Phantom up 524 times in value. I'm going to be spending the entire bear cycle deep diving into every possible crypto. I know there's 10,000 of them, but I have time, and that's all I'm going to do. And I'm going to find the coins that have that ability to do those 100x's. So if you want to make those gains during the bear cycle, and we're talking 4 months away probably from the bear cycle, but it's going to come. So if you want to make those gains during the bear cycle, check out Copy My Crypto. Right, Linear. Actually, before I get into Linear, shout out to Ponyo Inu. Now, been up and running for I think 4 days. Done like a 25-30x or something. But also in that time have donated $250,000 to the Reef Restoration Fund, as well as like 100,000 for ocean clear up. So over 350,000 donated in a matter of less than a week. We should shout out the coins that do well, that actually make a difference, because we see so many bloody rug pulls. Anyway, Linear. So Linear Finance, been up and running for literally about a year. All-time high was during that sort of parabolic first phase of the bull cycle. Actually did a really good spike up to about 28 cents. Retraced and is currently in sort of a sideways formation really at the moment. Hovering around 5.5 cents. That gives it a market cap of about 221 million. So let's have a look at Linear Finance. Now, their white paper is excellent. So they go through the whole ambition, the long-term vision of what they are trying to achieve. They're a non-custodial, cross-chain compatible Delta One asset protocol. You know, their long-term DeFi vision is to increase inclusiveness and democratize access to investment assets. You know, they're highlighting the difficulty and that barrier to entry that so many people have with crypto. You know, and that's not knocking anyone. That's just the reality, especially when you're looking at DeFi fees, particularly the last year when most of the DeFi platforms were literally just Ethereum, and you were like, Jesus Christ, I'd love to participate. It's going to cost me $50 a swap or $50 to participate. That's not including when I'm claiming my rewards. And that prices a ton of people out of the market. Linear look to try and overcome that. So they are backed by Ethereum. The Lina token, the Linear token, allows for synthetic assets to be built on Ethereum virtual machines and other prominent blockchains, making staking, investing, and redemption process easier, quicker, and with far lower transaction fees, while maintaining access to Ethereum's DeFi. And that's a big thing. Ethereum's DeFi is, still the biggest out there. Just to be clear, Linear is audited by Certic and Slowmist, so you can trust the actual the code within Linear. They have they're both Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain compatible. Excuse me. When you actually take a look at the site, as you can see from the site, they highlight they're the first cross-chain compatible Delta One asset protocol. You can trade liquid assets quickly, seamlessly, cost effectively because of cross-chain compatibility. This is why I always reiterate there's no such thing as the friggin' Ethereum killer. Down the line, everything will be interoperable. It'll be cross-chain. There's going to be cryptos that take a market share of Ethereum, but nothing's going to kill it. You know, that phrase is archaic and bloody stupid, so it needs to just be out of people's vocabulary. In terms of who Linear work with, you know, no small feat. They work with a lot of top venture capitalists and top crypto teams. You've got Hashed, Alameda Research, GBV, Kinetic, CMS. Who's that? Evernew Capital, DuckDAO, Black Edge Capital, Moonrock Capital, Vendetta Capital, Soul Capital, BAM Protocol, Huobi Global, NGC Ventures. And when you actually take a look at the partners and investors, excuse me, CEO and co-founder of Hex Trust is there. We've got, who else? Co-founder at 3 Commas. We've got co-founder and partner at Hashed, managing partner at NGC Ventures. You know, and they're just sort of partners, strategic advisors as well. The companies that I referred to, most of them are initial investors. You've got strategic partners with, obviously I mentioned 3 Commas, BAM Protocol. You've got Bitmax, Ellipte, Hex Trust, IM Token, Moonbeam, Wink Crypto. Is that Ink Crypto? Wink Crypto, yeah. This is weird. Zangle, Umbrella Network, I've been a fan of for a while. Teller, and obviously the companies that have audited. And they've also been featured on a number of prominent media crypto outlets. Now, Linear itself, one thing I'll say, I would like to see more from them in terms of blogging, to see what they're saying. But in terms of token metrics at the moment, I think the circulating supply is about 4 billion. There's 4 billion are literally allocated as well for staking rewards. And then there's a remaining 2 billion. Although I don't know how much has been used in terms of staking rewards at this point, and that is worth bearing in mind. They have recently updated their community control governance model. So now, according to them, these will empower community members to propose or facilitate strategic changes to the protocol, allow members to be able to shape and influence the future of the asset protocol, and preserve the long-term growth and healthiness of the protocol via the governance model. I'm a big fan of governance models in general. I do like to see that the communities can participate. Community is such an important thing with crypto. It truly is. So allowing the community to have a voice emboldens a community to be more proactive in terms of bringing a crypto to the fore of people's mind. So Linear Finance do a good job in that regard. In terms of what is available within Linear, you've got Builder, which is where you can stake Lina tokens, build the Lina USD, earn staking rewards and a pro rata on of the Linear exchange trading fees. So it's quite a nice little opportunity where you stake your Lina, you build some Lina USD, you get staking rewards, and you get a share of the fees on Linear exchange. So they've got their Linear exchange, which you can have a look at. It's pretty bloody good. They've also got a swap facility. Their vault is where you can lock your synthetic assets to passively and efficiently earn interest. And then the dashboard. So the dashboard is what I wanted to show you guys. So estimated APY for Lina, for the Linear token, is 91.42%. That is nothing to sniff at. Weekly rewards for Linear is about 18 million tokens. That's pretty bloody good, especially if the coin itself rises in value. The amount that's staked, 86% of the circulating supply of Lina or Linear token is staked. 1.38 billion Lina are staked, although that number doesn't quite work out because there's meant to be 4 billion circulating. So 86% of 4 billion is definitely not that number that we've just seen. 86% of 4 billion is 368 billion. So the number's wrong. That bothers me. So maybe I'm missing something there. So in terms of price, as you can see, there's 6,000 linear stakers, which isn't bad. In terms of exchange, the current exchange that's occurred has been 247,000. So the exchange isn't moving as much volume as you would like to see. But if you're staking and you're earning a share of the fees on that, that's no bad thing. You can earn your synthetic VeChain, your synthetic Polkadot, your synthetic Yearn, PancakeSwap, etc., etc., etc. Total liquid value of the synthetic assets is $13.78 million. So they are doing, so a lot of these synthetic assets are being created. There's no denying that. The platform ratio at the moment that we're seeing is 712%. That's the average, which is the total Lina stakes and locked divided by the total debt, because obviously there's debt incurred when you create synthetic assets as well. All in, right? I like Linear. I really do. In terms of what they're trying to achieve, you can't knock it. So let me launch Linear Vault as an example as well. So you can deposit your liquid USD, your Linear USD rather, not liquid, but you can earn Binance USD. You can earn BUSD, 31% APY. That's pretty bloody good. Okay, that's nothing to sniff at. That's just for depositing your liquid USD that you've effectively minted and created. Again, a very nice little feature. When you're launching the builder, excuse me, I keep clearing my throat at the moment. So by staking Lina, you build LUSD for self-use, or you can provide liquidity for traders. Users are entitled to stake and rewards and a split of the transaction fees generated on the exchange. And then what you can do with the LUSD, you can use it to purchase synthetic assets on the exchange, or even move it to other protocols or other dApps within the DeFi ecosystem. Personally, what I'd be doing, if you're creating LUSD, if you're staking your Linear, I'd be staking my Linear, I'd be earning LUSD, I'd be moving LUSD to the vault, and I'd be staking the LUSD and getting a 31.1 whatever percent APY and earning Binance USD, because you can literally just take that to Binance and swap it for either cryptos you want or bank profits. It's a nice little opportunity. There's multiple ways that you can earn money here. And under the proviso that Linear's token itself doesn't tank, which I don't see it happening, there's a lot of potential here. Trading volume, 50 million bucks or 47 million bucks a day trading volume. That's pretty good. Okay, you're not going to have a problem offloading your Linear. Its all-time high of trading volumes was around 1.2 billion in a day, which is obviously pretty good. What can it do in terms of price? That's an interesting question. So before I get there, I want to look at their Twitter and Medium. So Medium, nothing. Disappointing. Twitter. So they've obviously updated about the voting process in the DAO their new governance mechanism. So they're doing an AMA this Thursday. That would be worth listening to. This is Kevin Tai, the co-founder. There's also a $500 giveaway, or 10 lots of $50 worth of Linear, up for grabs for the best questions. So you can literally post your questions here through the form. Nice little opportunity. Again, you might make $50, no bad thing. But what Perpetual, I just saw Perpetual Protocol. But what Linear Finance offers is an interaction with growing ecosystems. Moonbeam ecosystem is one that it is partnered with, and it's a strategic partner. So Linear is going to start being, it's going to be possible to start building synthetic assets with Polkadot. And you can see Polkadot's right there. You've got Linear Swap for Binance, for Ethereum, and for Polkadot. This cross-chain compatibility is important, and it's a driving force behind Linear. I genuinely like this a lot. I think there's a lot of potential here, particularly when you bear in mind the partners that they've got. And they've got some pretty good goddamn strategic partners. And with cross-chain compatibility being their biggest focus and lowering the barrier to entry for DeFi for everyone involved, there's real potential because it can be adopted. Doesn't seem to me that the adoption is necessarily where you want it right now, based on what I'm seeing in terms of trading volume on the exchange. I'd want to be seeing over 1 million, that's for sure. But in terms of liquid assets, you can get liquid ADA, BNB, Bitcoin, Cake, Polkadot, Ethereum. There's plenty here. There's plenty of options. So there's a lot here to like. The trading volumes need to increase, for sure. Adoption needs to increase, because I'm surprised that the numbers are as low as they are in terms of holders for the Lina token. But because what they're saying right now is the market cap is around 167 million. So if that is the overall market cap, then obviously this isn't accurate. So I'd be looking at 167 million divided by this. So divided by 0.05, you're looking at maybe a circulating supply of 3.3 billion, 3.35 billion. So they've got the circulating supply wrong here. It appears on CoinMarketCap. So that means to be fair, if the market cap is lower, there's more potential. For me, I think there's a lot here. You've got the fact that it's going to be interacting with the Polkadot ecosystem. I think there's potential for this to run this month, because Polkadot itself is going to run this month. We already saw it break new all-time highs today. The lower cap cryptos that are certainly involved in the Polkadot ecosystem are going to run well this month. Long term, this bull cycle, I don't see why it wouldn't be $1 billion. I truly don't see why it wouldn't be $1 billion. The only way it won't be is if it's not adopted truly. That's the biggest thing. And for me right now, they need volume. So that isn't good enough volume for me. But they've not got a lot of active traders. So they need more people utilizing the site. But I think there's huge potential here, because they're even looking at commodities as well as most people are trading in crypto, but trading in commodities is no bad thing. Trading in currencies is no bad thing, right? Commodities could be very valuable soon. So we could experience some serious growth soon. Linear Finance, I think there's genuinely huge potential here. $1 billion market cap means it roughly, obviously with that being wrong, that's a bit annoying. So let's run the maths quickly. So we're talking about $3.3 million, or 3.3 billion circulating supply. So you'd be looking at, I don't know, about 30 cents a coin, roughly. It's about 6x. If this is, because this appears to be wrong, I'd trust Linear before I trust CoinMarketCap. Can it do that? Yeah, I think it could. I don't think the growth of Linear is going to be linear. And if you don't laugh at that, you suck, because that was a funny maths joke. No, I think they could run and break their previous all-time high. Adoption's key. Okay, word needs to get out more about what this protocol offers in terms of passive income, because there's a huge passive income benefit here. Huge. Yeah, I like it. I think there's potential. Really think there's potential. 6x. Around about 6x. I'd say it could achieve a 30-cent token, about 6x from here. As long as the word gets out more and more and more about what you can do on Linear's site, because there are so many multiple opportunities for passive income, and I still think that the token itself has real room to grow. So you factor that in as well in your growth. When you cashing out at high price points with good passive income percentages, your growth is a lot better. There's potential. This is a really long video. Anyway, got distracted, I guess. Anyway, that's it from me. Hope you're all keeping well on this lovely Tuesday morning. If you're new to crypto, check out Copy My Crypto. It's where I share my live portfolio. One I've built to maximize gains during this bull cycle. One that is outperforming the market week in and week out. The one where my holdings are primed for explosive growth, particularly in my biggest holdings. They're ready to pop. And if you want to be a part of those gains, check it out. Anyway, that's it from me. Bye-bye.